Where Britain's divisions are deepest, we go behind the lines, in the town where a migrant's arrest for sexual assault sparked months of protest that have spread far and wide.
Stop the boats.
And put the police in the firing line.
I have been told that they hope my children get raped.
After Epping's summer of discontent, what next? In our disunited kingdom, nowhere are the fault lines more on show than in Epping, where protests at the hotel turned hostel for migrants are in their third month. It's become a war of attrition.
I don't trust you, I don't trust the government, and I don't trust the MPs.
It is meant to wear down the police.
I will spit wherever I like because you are irritating me.
I'm going to deal with that.
We must keep the pressure on the police so that the government see what's happening, and hopefully they'll actually come to their senses and stop the boats.
Operation Kern. For those of you that are counting, this is our 23rd deployment.
Essex police gave us access to their latest operation.
There's a lot of protest fatigue out there of our officers and staff, so please go out there, stay safe today.
Twice a week, every week, since the middle of July, they've hoped for the best and prepared for the worst. And the worst is violent confrontation. The cost to the taxpayer, £1.6 million and rising. Even on better days, police hold the line between rival protests and face, often, abuse from those who claim to be defending British values.
I personally have been told by protesters that they hope my children get raped because I'm here protecting the Bell Hotel. I've been live streamed by social media journalists and there have been calls to find out where I live. The misogyny against some of the female officers has been especially nasty.
Stand next to me, you'll be alright. I know you've got a uniform, but I'm bigger than you, innit?
Boss, we're at 3.
This officer is the Bronze Commander, which means her job is to ensure the day passes peacefully, despite constant provocation.
I wouldn't say a good day, but we can tolerate
All the
this.
restrictions are a joke. They're trying to stop us protesting.
Well, you are protesting, aren't you?
They're trying to stop it now. They're trying to restrict it.
protesting.
Every single thing they're doing is trying to restrict us.
She's asked that we not use her name, for good reason.
And all I was doing was asking people to move onto the pavement. The comments were, let's find out where she lives, let's dox her, let's do this.
Like many of the police, she's the victim of online vilification.
All right, Miss Trunchbull.
Because every flashpoint is live streamed by a thicket of self-proclaimed citizen journalists.
So you cannot use your law against me for observating and
Section
reporting on a
17
protest.
says that you are not allowed to go past a police cordon that is on for a legitimate purpose.
And you should lock him up into a mental one and not let him out.
One, known as AY, has been watched 30 million times on YouTube.
So how do you see your role here?
How do I see my role here?
Yeah.
Spreading the truth. Just make sure I don't find out where you live.
Police say they can be part of the problem.
You know, 100,000 people, 200,000 people, 300,000 people, I'll send it viral, guys. Yeah?
Some people say that the role of live streamers can be provocative, can make the situation worse. What do you say to that?
Who's some people?
I would say, in all honesty, everybody has their own minds. Yeah? And I don't see that anything that I do or anything that anybody else does is provocative in any way.
All the while, they film us, filming them.
That's him. That's AY.
Yeah,
And from their control room, Essex police watch in real time too. From their own drone and the same live streams.
This one was one of the main aggressors from Thursday
Yeah, I
night.
remember him.
Over the course of the protests, they've made 29 arrests and charged 22 people. But this time, it passes without any major incident.
Online you can't take seriously, right? And online's a tit for tat. I say something to you don't agree with, you come back. We're all keyboard warriors. But in person, there is nothing that anybody here has done to intimidate anyone. We stand here for 2 hours, we walk down there, we disperse. What is intimidating about that?
Sometimes some people give the police a very hard time here. We have evidence of that. You know, they say the most appalling things to the police.
Right, okay. You're always going to have some people that behave like that.
This is where Britain's simmering summer of discontent started. It is a movement that has grown and divided not just this town, but the entire country. There is no room for compromise between protest and counter-protest, and no solution in sight.
Epping is for everybody!
There are people who just want the protests to stop, and they too filed past the Bell Hotel, though it was time to avoid a confrontation. There is fear in this town.
Even the walk is making me feel a bit uncomfortable because we're standing here and standing for something else, but there have been such loud voices from a minority, and it does feel like bullying, yes.
Instead of picking on blacks or Indians, they're just picking on a new group. They're just picking on literally a new group, and unfortunately that's anti-migrants, unfortunately.
Paul and his wife have even considered moving away from Epping for fear of the future their daughter might inherit.
We just feel that we don't like what we're seeing, and we don't want our child to grow up around that, really, yeah. But then at the same time we kind of feel like, should we stay and try and bring about change and be a positive influence, but we have to think of her well-being.
Last Sunday, it took 75 police officers to control a crowd of just twice that number. The right to protest comes at a price, and we are all counting the cost in more ways than one. John Ray, ITV News, Epping.